This is TransAfricaRadio.
Of course, as promised to you, we've got the beautiful and awesome lady Zamar in the building. Please tell us about the journey within the music industry. Now, do you always know that you're actually going to be a singer?
When I was growing up, I was always like drawn to music.
Yeah.
I've always used music as a way to release my stress or to speak about how I feel.
Yeah.
You know? And I wouldn't say I actually was actively planning to become a musician, but I always wanted to perform in front of a lot of people all the time.
Yeah.
So I guess by virtue of that desire, you could say that, I was kind of being groomed for this.
And one thing that I also know is that you actually started as a poet, you know?
Yes.
You're a poet, and then that's how you actually met up with Junior Torres.
I'm actually a writer all round. So I just happened to go to poetry sessions a lot. And this particular one, I was just freestyling, and the guys were just going on, and I was just, coming up with melodies and all that stuff. And that day, Junior's friend was there, and he's the one who told him that, hey, there's this girl, she can really sing. And I was like, how'd you guys know that? You only heard you know when someone just hears you humming one or two lines, and you're like, shady.
Do you think that was shady?
It's just weird. You can't tell me I can sing because of that.
Probably they were coming through to your shows every now and again and seeing you performing live there.
I guess.
And then they just loved your voice, and they just loved who you are as a person,
Yeah.
And from poetry to songwriting, and now you are an all-round musician. Now, did you see this transition actually happening in your life, or were you just aware of this transition? Were you just,
I've never really anticipated it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I pride myself with writing. So I could say that, okay, writing-wise, I was going to write for people.
Yeah.
Because I write a lot of things, scripts and stuff like that. So I would see this, but I had no confidence in my ability to sing, because I don't think I'm a great singer.
Why not? Why not?
I feel like there's so many other people out there that do such a bit, so much better than me.
So you consider yourself as not the greatest singer?
No. I think I'm a great storyteller.
We are out here as South Africans and saying that you are probably one of the best vocalists we have out here in South Africa right now in the house scene.
If I can compete on the international market, I will then probably consider myself a good singer.
Oh, singer.
Yeah.
So until then, you're still not good. Yeah.
It's such a tricky thing. You can't say you're good.
Okay.
People decide that that you're good or not.
Yeah.
You cannot. I don't think you can. I think you can have dreams and aspirations, but you cannot certify yourself the best.
So you don't like blowing your own horn?
I don't think it's right to blow in your own horn. Let people do it for you.
Okay.
But don't be sitting there going, oh my gosh, I'm this. Because one day you're gonna wake up and things aren't gonna be the way you thought they were, and you're gonna be so you crash and burn, and you might go through depression. And I've seen a lot of musicians go through some crazy things because they believed something that at the time was true, but over time was no longer true. And then you find yourself leaning on substances, and I think it's very important to allow yourself to be as creative as you can be and be your own type of truth, yet at the same time be weary of putting yourself on a pedestal.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, so much knowledge. We are so early in the morning. I wasn't ready for this.
Sorry.
I wasn't ready for this. What was the writing process when it actually came to this track?
I was contemplating exiting gracefully from the music industry.
Okay.
I was like, this is too much stress for me. There's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that nobody knows about. True. Unfortunately, as artists, we can never talk about it. So it gets really stressful sometimes. And you sitting there as a woman, and for me personally, I look at it from that perspective. I'm a girl, so sometimes people will make it seem as though you're not doing it on your own. So I just wanted to put in that thing of, I can do this without y'all, And I wrote this song because it was an ode to myself. I was telling myself, you don't have to feel bad about the fact that you love music so much. You can do it, And yes, it makes no sense right now why you're doing it, but that's where I came up with that thing of I'm way in Love is Blind. You know, when you love something so much, sometimes you're willing to sacrifice anything and everything for it.
Definitely.
So that's what I did, and then I obviously translated it into I transcribed it into other situations of life, which are your romantic situations, and I just tried to put in a lot of the experiences that I've had in terms of relationships as well. And I had no idea, like, it was, I recorded it, such a playful thing. Like, I remember all the little funny things I was doing in studio the day I was, even the blind, it was Love is blind. That's why most people can't sing it, because they don't know that you have to stick out your tongue. Sing it right.
Like, we don't know. It's like, you're not schooling us, so hey.
Yeah, so it's like one of those weird things. I'm like, oh well. And then they heard it. The production team heard it, and my manager heard it, and they all said, oh my gosh, it's such a great song. And I'm just sitting there going,
like, you're so humble about everything, man. And now you're actually talking about some of the most difficult stages that we actually come across as a woman in the entertainment industry, you know. Can you actually just name drop probably some of the name drops, some of the moments rather, where I've actually had it like the most difficult times, and you were about to quit the music industry?
Okay, some of the most difficult things is number one, the performances.
Oh yeah.
As a woman, as a female, you can't just dress anyhow. Guys can come wearing like some random tracksuit pants, some random t-shirt. As a woman, if you want to stand out, you gotta put so much effort, and it costs so much. And whenever you don't pull it off the right way, people have so much to say.
Oh yeah.
Do you understand? Again, there's this thing of when you're working with a producer, most producers are male in this country, and you have this thing of power. Like, one person says this, the other person says this, and you're like, but this is my song.
Oh, yeah.
I can't if you put your name on it. It's my song. You know, I'm controlling this.
Yeah.
And it just gets to a point where it gets so hard, because it's like, oh, so young Joella because I'm a woman. You understand? You are not listening to me because I'm a woman. But if another guy said it, I mean, there's a specific situation within the business dealings that I do. There's a male and then there's me. And whenever I tell this guy something, he never listens to me. Like, oh my gosh, I have to tell the other guy to tell him.
So like, you have to drive through the circle in order to get to him.
So annoying.
Oh, wow.
You know, and those are the kind of things that make you feel like, why am I still doing this? Like, if you guys think you can do this without me, then do it without me. You know?
Yeah.
If you guys think you can perform without, go.
But with all that is actually happening right now in your life, and all the things that have actually happened in your life, are you coping though?
I am. I've found a way. I'm a very prayerful person. I'm a religious person. Not religious. Let me not say religious.
You're not
I'm
religious.
A spiritual person.
Oh, you're a spiritual person.
Yeah.
So you don't go to church, you just pray.
I go to church sometimes.
Okay.
It's not
when was the last time you went to church?
It's sometime, okay? Oh my gosh. Trust me, God knows my name. Me and him talk all the time.
Nah, you're not both. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
So I've found a way to cope. I've actually started delegating a lot more. I've also accepted that some things cannot be changed overnight.
Sure.
And as long as I keep on doing the best that I can, I think I'll be okay. Yeah, but coping wise, you have to find a way. If you love something so much, you have to find a way. Otherwise, you're gonna find me one day, you know, somewhere.
Now, your real name is actually Yamigani.
Yeah.
And I just want to understand one. I always love asking this question, from Yamigani to Lady Zamar.
Yamigani means praise in Chewa. Chewa is the language mostly spoken in Malawi. And my dad felt it was important for me to have that name because of the family history and the connections of this one comes from. So I'm the only one with a Chewa name in my family. And it means praise as a command, because there's so many ways to say praise, you know, but that one is a command. And I didn't want to, I felt like, you know, you guys just put me on the spot here with my name, because everyone wants to know when I say, so what does it mean, where's it from? I'm like, oh, it's not really that difficult, you know, but everyone has so many questions.
Sure.
And I was like, okay, I want to keep the integrity of who I was named. And I couldn't find another name that meant Janet in another language.
Oh, yeah?
So I found a Hebrew name called Zamar. It is a feminine version of praising God in music. And I was like, you know what? I'm doing music anyway. So how about I actually choose the name Zamar to kind of still take from my original name and then still make it, because I didn't want to get a name that contradicts the hard work that my parents put into naming me Yamikani.
Oh wow. Beautiful, beautiful. And you also worked with one of my favorite house music producers. He actually goes by the name of Prince Kaybee, you know? And you guys did one smash of a tune.
Yeah. And none of us believed, people don't understand. Both he might never say it, but I'm saying it. This is translated.
Okay.
He and I both had no idea the song was going to do this.
You had no idea whatsoever.
Nah, I remember this one day we had a conversation about it. It was the Ones and Twos finale, I think last year's one. And he was telling me about, he's not really sure. I was like, me neither, yo.
Yeah.
And the song drops and suddenly it was like wildfire. And I was shocked. I was so upset for 2 months. I was so pissed.
Why were you pissed?
Why is this song so
Were you angry that this song was actually big?
Yeah, I didn't expect it. Was like a curveball.
But I guess, man, it's a good song. It's a good song.
It's an amazing song.
It's a good song.
Especially when you look at what the intention was on my writing.
Oh, yeah.
For me personally, the song was always close to my heart. I just didn't think anyone else would really understand.
And relates to it.
Exactly.
As much
it's
as
not really a side chick. Because I know a lot of people think it's not a side chick.
It's not a side chick.
So I was really worried about that. Because I would never promote women calling the man the side chick saying it's not her fault. You don't know what lies this guy told her, so I would never promote that.
Okay, you're gonna tell us the full story, what actually inspired you when it actually came to the writing process of this track.
It's a very personal track. I mean, when KB asked me, because I'd been asking him, kind of basically stalking him.
Yeah.
Like, yo, man, it's this song, this song. And I think he kind of just went, okay, fine, it's your song.
All right.
And he called me up. He's like, yo, let's go. I need you to come to Durban today. I was like, okay, cool. We flew there, and then we drove down. So I did songs with Tira that weekend, and I did the remix of Never Give Up with Prince Kaybee and Tira as well. So I went down to Bloem. I think it was a Saturday. And the entire time we're driving there, I'm thinking about, because he keeps telling me, because he changed he first told me I want it to be like an upbeat, this, and then next thing he goes, okay, I want you to write more calm stuff. And I was just so confused. And the whole trip down, I'm thinking about this other track that I was writing about being the number 2, being the side chick.
Oh, okay.
But not talking about, it was called Number 2.
Okay.
And when I got to studio, the surprise was he played me the instrumental, no, not the beat. This was nothing like this.
Oh, yeah?
It was the keys and I think just a kick. And I was like, nah, because the song Charlotte was always there.
Yeah.
I had been storing it for my album. And I was like, okay, fine. This sounds like a beat that Charlotte could fit on.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
So I remember just humming it a bit. And I was like, okay. I have to change this, let's change that. And then finally I was like, okay, fine, I'm good to go. Let's do this. And I recorded it. And I remember him asking, what the hell is this song about? I was like, no, it's about the insecurities of women and men in relationships. And he's like, so what's the song's name? I'm like, I think we should just call it Charlotte. Let's just be playful about it. Sorry to all the Charlottes out there, but we decided just to call it that. And I remember he played it on a loop for I think 30 minutes. And then we're done. Yeah. Got back to Pretoria. And a lot of people asked me later on, what was the inspiration of the song? And I was like, Jolene by Dolly Parton. Oh, yeah. It's about how she begs this guy, please, she begs this woman, don't take my man. And that's where I was like, you know what? I personally want to write a song about a woman who's not necessarily talking to the side chick, but is talking to her man about, hey, I want to be alone with you, So imagine a woman lying in bed and this guy is asleep, and besides him saying Charlotte in his sleep, there is no mention or indication of this guy cheating on her. So she goes crazy trying to figure out who Charlotte is. You understand? And Charlotte comes from the word charlatan, which is a deceptive person who claims
to be
something that they're not. So it just felt fitting that Charlotte should be the name of the song, and this should be a backstory. So I also love the way in the video they executed it. So
why weren't you in the video? Like, I'm still asking, why weren't you in the video?
You know how many times I had to answer that?
I was so disappointed. I was like expecting to see Lady Zamar there on the video, and then boom, she's not there.
No, man, it was just this thing of conflict of what you call this, appointments.
Okay, yeah.
I couldn't be in Bloom at that time because of a lot of things that were happening. And as much as I would love to go in detail, I feel like it's also very futile to go into detail. But I didn't want to stop the production of the song. And I remember telling my manager, if Prince Kaybee is going to continue, it's fine with me. As long as they keep the whole side chick story out of this, you know? And they did that so well. I was very proud, honestly, when I saw the video that, you know what, I might not have been there, but I'm so glad they managed to capture the essence of the insecurities of the woman.
And the true meaning of the song, Shallots, you know? Now, let's talk about not you, but your family. Now, you're explaining to me, like, off air, like you were saying that...
Stop talking so much.
No, please. Now, I love it when you talk too much. Come on. Now, your father is apparently Malawian, not... And your mother is also...
It's a very complicated thing.
Please, can we hear from the horse?
My father's mother is from Malawi.
Okay.
She's a Chewa. My father's father is a South African, unknown, you know, but we do know he's from the Nguni tribe. It's just that, you know, those niggas ran away.
It happened.
What are we going to say? You know? And my dad had no interest in getting to know his father whatsoever. And then my mother, she's a mix of... they're both South Africans, but I'm talking about their lineage. So my mom's lineage is a mix of Tonga and Tumbuka. One is from the far side of Malawi, which is closer to Tanzania. And the other half of her family is from Tonga, which is like...
up there.
Northern Africa. So it's a very mixed up thingy. And then there's the siblings. My cousins are like from everywhere. You know, because everyone has gotten married to and relocated to everywhere in the world. So it's a very complex family. It's so hard to explain. But the one thing people should understand is that I'm a mix. I'm a mix of different cultures, different things, and hence I was raised English as well. People don't understand that part. I was raised English because of the conflicting things. In my parents' lineage. So
is there like a specific tribe that you actually like associate with more?
I'm black.
You're just black.
Yeah, it's very hard because they're also mixes. It was very hard for them to decide on which language to teach us, especially the fact that they're South Africans who have those lineages. And it's like, what do we teach them? So our parents gave us carte blanche. Like, you can learn whatever language you want. Yeah, but you can speak English. Because that's what we speak to you. So from the time we're babies, they spoke to us in English.
Wow, so English is the only language that you really know.
First language, and then second language is Afrikaans, and then the rest.
And then the rest.
Wow. Which is Spitori, which is Spitori.
Now, have you actually been to Malawi though? Like, have you been there a couple of times?
I've been there 3 times. When I was a kid, I remember going there for like 2 weeks. I don't remember much about it. And then when I was like a teen, again, I had to go there with my dad had to go see his mother. So went to visit. And then when I was in matric as well. And that was the last time. That
was the last time actually then?
Yeah.
Are you planning on going there again maybe?
Maybe.
Well, okay. That's not so convincing, man. Now, why the name King Zamar for the album?
I'm a feminist, and I believe in the breaking down of patriotic structures in society, especially in places like entertainment where it's so male dominated. And I wanted to say that I ain't afraid of y'all. You know, I am not afraid to call myself a king. Because I don't think my music is from this world to start off with, and that sounds really creepy, but it's not. I believe that everything that I've ever recorded has not really been from me. Hence, sometimes I like look at it, I'm like, you did this, you know. So it's I see my music as Martian-y, alien-like outside, and then looking at the fact that I'm also a very confused human being. You know, I look at myself as a very different person. I'm not like everybody else.
Yeah.
People have told me this 1,000 times. I was like, you know what? I'm a king in my own right.
Yeah.
I will not be dictated upon and told that I should be a queen.
Yeah.
Queens are very preened, man. If you think about it, every queen, look at Disney, there's all the queens, and they're so pretty, you know?
Yeah.
And they've got the hair and everything,
Got
and
the
I'm like,
crown and everything like
and
that.
they don't go down into the kingdom and talk to the subjects, so to speak. And I believe as a king, you have that. You have that thing of, you understand your kingdom, you understand the people, you sympathize and you empathize with every single one of their problems. My music speaks a lot about everyday issues, everyday emotions that most people don't know how to put into words. And somehow by grace, I have found a way to put all those things into words, you know? And hence I chose the name King Zamar, because it also comes back to my name Zamar and what it means, praising God in music. Can I be the leader of praising God in music? So can I be the king of that? You know, and I have to make sure that these young people looking up to me have someone to look up to.
Sure.
I mean, I did not have the best role model.
Who did you look up to as a kid?
My mother only. Like, I didn't have like 1,000. You know, I didn't have a lot of people. I had 4 role models. Besides Christ. My mom, Beyonce.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I think she's so driven, and it's such an admirable quality. Maya Angelou. I mean, she's got like, I know she's gone. But she had so many degrees, honorary degrees bestowed upon her, and I've always been a huge academic fan. And then there's also Oprah. You know, looking at where Oprah comes from and what she's done, I feel like, you know, she was amazing. So for me, these 4 women were the basic structures on which I developed myself growing up. But other than that, there was not many people in my immediate surroundings besides my mother who I looked up to.
Oh yeah, wow. So late King Zamar, were you actually expecting the response from?
No. I was very sure people are not going to like it, just like I was sure people are not going to like Love is Blind. I was very sure people are going to give me a lot of grief. But I was willing to take the risk because I was like, you know what? I've worked so hard. People have no idea how much work I put into this album. A lot of people hear the end result, but they don't know the difficult decisions, the late nights, and how that affected a lot of my life, my relationships, my friendships, and all those things. So I was like, you know, regardless of how people receive this album, I want people to have it because it is 2 years of my life, sacrifices I've made, and lessons I've learned. I need someone to hear it. I need someone to like it. I need someone to relate to it, you know. But I had no idea that so many people would actually relate to it. It kind of shocked me till today at the songs that I thought nobody's gonna really like, so to speak. You know, like Collide is a great example, and My Baby. My Baby was a song
Which is your latest single that you're currently pushing right now?
Which is the second single from this album. I remember when I recorded it, I was so lazy that day. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to record a song that kind of talks about how I feel about the guy that I'm into right now. And that guy was some other thing, you know.
What did this guy do to you?
It was beautiful, man, inside out.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it and not complicate life, so I recorded it based on that. Like, I don't want to complicate things. And then Collide, I remember how we even started it. We were almost done with the album. We're like halfway through, and I was like, you know what? I need a song that is gonna be super upbeat, super, you know, catchy for me. You know, for me, it's about gratifying my ears. And we started with just a random me clicking my fingers, and the pianist came, did something, and then I was like, okay, give me beats, and they kept on playing. You know, these programs. They're like, okay, this, and I was like, no, that one. You know, they put it in, and then we recorded the vocals, and we're still not happy, and then we changed it a bit here, changed it a bit there. Finally, I was so frustrated. I'm like, you know what? Giving it to somebody else. Like, I took it from that studio, took it to another studio, and then they started working on it. When I was done, I sat back and I was like, I don't know if people are gonna like, but I like it. I really, really like this song because it has such deep meanings to me. And for people to love these things, it's so humbling. you know, and it makes me want to do more.
Yeah.
It makes me want to work harder.
Yeah.
It makes me want to speak my mind more. Yeah.
Now we just have to wrap it up because now it's actually Tulifa's time, and we just sadly have to go. But one last question that I actually have for you. At TransAfricaRadio, we play 100% African music.
Yes.
And what are your thoughts when it actually comes to that?
I think that's the best thing. I mean, Western ideology is always mainstream to us first as Africans. I think that's wrong. I think it's very important for Africans to be proud of who they are.
Yeah.
I mean, Africa is slowly becoming one big country.
Sure.
And it's so wrong of us to continuously say that Americans are better, Europeans are better, English people are better. We have everything that we need in this continent. You know, we have the most talented musicians.
Sure.
We
Just
have
like
the
you.
basic, fashion sense. So I personally think that it's one of the best things that could happen, and I wish more radio and more television would play African music. That way it would push artists to grow. It would push people to want to do better, and therefore then we can compete on an international market with other people as opposed to just eating what they keep on giving us. Yeah.
So where can people find you on social media, where you're performing live, anywhere? Just to
You can just quickly
Okay.
Instagram and Twitter, it's lady_Zamar.
Yeah.
And on Facebook, it's at Lady Zamar. On the 6th of July, I'm hosting my very first all-live King Zamar performance.
Oh, yeah?
I want people to hear that it's not auto-tune.
Okay.
It's real. I want people to understand that there's also different ways of interpreting the song.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of different performances of the songs that people know on the 6th of July in Brooklyn, 269 Filet Street. And people should come. There are only 100 seats available. Tickets will go on sale on the 1st of June, and the ticket costs $315.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the first batch costs $315.
And then the second batch is gonna-
Go higher, so it's done.
This is TransAfrica Radio.